Good morning, everyone. It's been a while. I haven't felt motivated to do anything of this nature, so I haven't felt as though I had much to say, but as my old friend Snafu would say, I got more to say than I think I got to say most of the time. So my thought for today was just a thought, not necessarily anything about anyone in particular. And what my thought is of the day is, don't we seem to be caught in this perpetual Peter Pan syndrome? Especially Christians. And the reason I say this is because the thought I had is that modern Christianity wants us to be always reliant upon Father the Creator. Always. And I have a problem with that. And the reason I have a problem with that is the fact of I, as a father of my 3 little ones, do not want my children to be reliant upon me when they are quite capable of taking care of themselves. And I know a lot of you Christians probably won't agree with this, but it's just my view of things. Because I have this view of Creator as being the perfect father, greater than I could ever be as a father. And as being a father, I can kind of relate, not on his level completely because I'm not God, but I am of God, so I can relate. But I know that he doesn't want me to be reliant upon him always. He wants me to do my own thing. He wants me to stand up and be strong and face this world with the tools and the gifts that he's given us. And so when you place Father in this position of always needing him, how are you ever going to find a way to do it yourself or make your own way? Because I think that's what Father wants us to do, is to make our own way and to be our own selves. And so if we're not doing that, we're stuck in this perpetual never growing up, like I said earlier, Peter Pan syndrome. If you're always relying on your Father, how are you ever going to have faith and trust in your own self? How are you going to have belief in your own self and the things that you can do? I know that Father gives us that motivation and that support, and you can feel it in your life when you're doing the right things, and you just feel it. You just feel as though, I do anyway. It's like he's patting you on the back, telling you, good job, keep going. But he doesn't want me to rely upon him when the times get hard. Father wants me and all of us to figure it out and to get up and do. So if you're always relying upon Father to come help you out and save you from all these things, how are you ever going to save yourself? How are you ever going to do the things you need to do to be the best person you were created to be? I don't think that's going to happen. You're going to have shortcomings. And it's not just men, it's the women too. On all levels, this paradigm that we live in right now has got us all stuck in these different positions of things and never actually truly growing and becoming our fullest potential of who we are. And if you buy into any of this shit that others are telling you, that others were told by others of what is, but may not necessarily be, that's just what was given to that person from the time they were born, and so they pass it on to the next person without ever questioning what it was that they were given. And so we end up with a society that's so ass backwards and confused. It doesn't know up from down. It doesn't know left from right. We got gurus who are non-gurus. We got non-gurus who should be gurus. We got, wannabe fathers who think they're fathers but aren't even close to being fathers. We got mothers who think they're mothers but aren't even, living up to a portion of their potential as mothers. Same way with the fathers. And so we got mothers and fathers stuck in this adolescent mind frame and with no growth, no true change. And then people wonder, well, why isn't this working? Why am I not getting anywhere? I have faith in God. But are you putting too much faith there and not enough in yourself? It's not a sin to have faith in yourself. It's not a sin to have belief in your own being and what you can do. God gave you these gifts to do that. So why would you doubt these things? Oh, well, because the world told you to doubt these things. Others told you to doubt these things. Others told you who you are and what you're going to be instead of you. That's not what God wants us. He set us a set of rules that we need to follow. And then we create our own life. And then we're supposed to make this place better than when we left it. We're supposed to leave this place better than when we got here, is what I'm trying to say. And most people just want to use it up and get what they can get, and who cares what it looks like when you leave here. And that's been going on for too long. That's why this state of things that we're in. But I also believe that God knows that. God knows that of us, and that's one of the reasons why I believe in the reset of things. Not the reset as far as financial, there's a great reset coming, as far as what mainstream might be saying. There's a global reset that happens in my belief, in my study of things, and there's a reason for it. It's because we as humans just can't get it right. And it's because the good ones allow the bad ones to do too many bad things, and it doesn't keep it balanced. You can't get rid of one with the other here. There's always the one or the other. There isn't just one. You either have good in balance with the light, in balance with the dark, or you have an imbalance. Right now I feel as though we have an imbalance. And we have created our own mini hell realm, I believe. This place already isn't nice, but another thing I've been mulling over is that on the surface this place looks like it's a hell realm. It looks like it's always out to kill us. It's always out to, and it is. Don't get me wrong, it is. This place is very harsh. This reality that we live in. But look how harsh we are as people. From the way we treat the land, to the way we treat our own bodies, to the way we treat others, to the way we treat other living things. Why wouldn't this world want to kill us? Why wouldn't this world want to eradicate us off of it? But that's all we do is dominate and destroy. Instead of living in harmony, in a better harmony with this place. I don't think you can live in a perfect harmony because there's that balance of things. But in the end, overall, if you don't have faith in yourself, you don't have some sort of your own belief in who you are and what God has given you as far as your talents, your abilities, if you don't acknowledge that and embrace that and nurture that and grow that in your own self, then you're always going to be in this dead end, trade end type scenarios where there's no real answer, and there's always going to be this hardship, back and forth, hardship. And you're going to feel like, God dang, is it ever going to get any better? Well, yeah, start putting some faith in yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting the journey that you're on. Grow up. Have some faith in your own self. Don't rely on God every minute. We're not supposed to do that. He's there for when we're feeling weak to help hold us up. Yeah, I agree with that. But as far as He's the one that's going to write your destiny, I don't feel that. I don't believe that. You have to write your own destiny. You make this place what you want it to be. And And I do believe that, this might not be a hell realm, but I do believe that you can be recycled right back here real easy. You got to do it all over again. Why? I don't know. Is it because of your doings? Is it because somebody out there is forcing our souls back into this place? Tricking us? And if you are tricked into coming back here, that's your own fault, because you're not having any faith in who you are, what you are, and what you were created to be. And therefore, you can fall for anything. If you don't have a good foundation, your feet aren't planted in who you are and what you are, I believe, especially before you leave this place, you're going to get tricked and come back here. Or because of your actions, you will come back here. I do believe that if you're not to a certain spiritual level, strength, whatever, you don't get to leave here. No father's going to send his children out into the world unprepared. This is only just a part of our growth, a part of our maturing as divine individuals, divine souls, divine energies, whatever it is exactly. But most people don't even scratch the surface of that, of who they are. Oh, I'm a sinner, and I'm this, and and yes, we do commit and do things that aren't the greatest. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're a sinner. Doesn't mean that we're going to be damned to fire and brimstone because we make mistakes, because we choose to. See, where that becomes the biggest issue is when you don't take accountability and responsibility for those things that you have made mistakes on, those wrongs that you have done, those harms that you've caused others. If you don't atone for those things, if you don't try to do better and make that better and make amends to those that you've hurt, then you're definitely not going to get anywhere. You're definitely not going to have a good time here or afterwards. But anyway, back to my main point of being stuck in this perpetual Peter Pan syndrome. It's not just in our everyday life as far as, I'm not man, I'm not going to grow up, I'm going to play with toys. It's in a lot of different aspects. Look at sports. It's a kid's game. They have us people wrapped up into sports so much. It's another form of, keeping you stuck in that childish mentality. Those things are supposed to be put away when we become adults. Those things, when we become men and women of this place, those childish things are supposed to go away. But this world propagates it and props it up and says that, that's it, that's how you got to be. And playing pretend, as far as being a movie star and all this other stuff, these are all childish things. And these are the focus of the world. And no wonder we're all screwy. We're focused on childish things. Look, I'm all for some entertainment, but most of these things as adults that we're all wrapped up into are things that are supposed to be put away a long time ago. It's funny. Adults want to rush us all into growing up, but we don't actually really grow up. We go from one form of childish entertainment to another form of childish entertainment. Because adults watch it, because adults are doing it, so now it's not a child's game? Yes, it is. Basketball, football, hockey, these are all children's games. These are all things that children play to build coordination and strength and endurance and different things. These aren't meant to be for every day, all day, consuming everyone's life for their whole life. This is another example of this whole Peter Pan syndrome that I think that we all fall under. We all have our different things if you stop and think about it. Some of us are more awake and more aware and aren't really into those things, but the majority of the population is in some way, shape, or form. But anyway, I'm out of time. I gotta get in here when I get parked, so I just wanted to share those thoughts with everybody. Is it? Is it that way? Or am I just crazy and think I'm in some sort of higher level? I'm not. I'm just expressing what I'm seeing. The thoughts that keep rolling around in my head of these things. So today, let's not be children about things. Let's not partake. Let's start doing away with these things that keep us in this childlike state of mind. Exit that. I think you will have more clarity and more productivity, better results, truer results, stronger results. That's been my experience. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Peace, luck, and bubblegum. I will talk to you all again soon. I'll try not to be so distant on my next video. Life is beautiful, life is great. Let's all live it and have the best life we can have. Let's stop believing in these false paradigms and these false ideas that keep us stuck and trapped in these different things. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Love y'all. Talk to you again soon. Bye now.